Welcome to the Good, the Bad and the Odd with your host, Mark. I thought I'd restart the Good, the Bad and the Odd one out. The intended to be just solo podcast with me just talking about some movie. I've parked it for a while, but I'm finding myself watching more and more movies. So our main podcast is getting drenched by me talking about movies in a kind of rush way, and I thought I'd do something a bit more laid back and get to this odd one out. Also, I've got a few plans for trying to make this a little more interactive, trying to elicit some suggestions from you so I can sort of talk about specific requests from users about certain movies, watch them and comment on them. But for now, I'm so used to working with someone else. I'm going to talk about Groundhog Day, which I watched on the 2nd of February this year, which is Groundhog Day, of course, so I made a point of that. This is a beautifully constructed film that does three things in a nearly perfect way. It entertains it. I mean, that is perfect. It enthralls, and it actually enlightens if you're paying attention. I think there's something about it that actually informs the human condition. It's a million miles away from the usual A to Z kind of script you get associated with romantic comedies. I'm not sure even this is a romantic comedy, but it is more than that. And it takes a lot of turns. So if you've never seen it before, you're not quite sure what's going to happen. You kind of, certainly in the next scene, I think you could probably realise what might happen at the end, midway through. But between scenes, you're never quite sure what's going to happen with Bill Murray. But you do start to realise there's a grand wisdom about Bill Murray in what's happening to him. So he's forced to live the same day over and over and over again. And we get Murray, who's getting a great performance here as a cynical sort of weather reporter caught in his never-ending loop of time. First he gets depressed and then angry and bored, and then he gets a bit hyper. He spends his time being nasty to people, and then he starts trying to exploit this situation. He tries to seduce women. He tries to seduce his main love interest in this by learning about her, and then you trying to turn that knowledge onto her, but she can kind of tell he's false. In the end, so at first, he could be in his own private hell here, really, but eventually he learns to accept what's happening. And he starts going out of his way to learn and read, learn the piano, say, or read, help people. He starts getting to a rota of like doing certain things to help people on certain days, even though he knows it's pointless because the next day it's going to start again. There's a desperation, for example, when he's trying to help an old tramp who he realises dies on one of the days. He wants him to live through the day, but in the end, he doesn't. Old people just die. Anyway, he knocks off all the superficial sort of stuff, starts to do something positive with himself, with other people, and with all the time on his hands, he starts to sort of do stuff. He fulfills himself and tries to improve the lot of other people. Even though it's pointless, and it's kind of charming. And we don't really know how long it goes for this cycle. It could be 10 years, it could be 100 years, it could be 1,000 years, it could be 10,000 years, it could be 1,000,000 years. We don't know. In fact, at one point, he kind of proposes that he might be a god because he knows everything that's going to happen on a certain day. But in exploring this, he certainly the nice side of him starts to come out. And this becomes something that changes things. I don't want to give it too many, but I've given a few spoilers already. But basically, this is a great story, great script, great comedy. This is a 10 out of 10 for me, this film. It's a really terrific film. It transcends grouping. You can't really call it a romantic comedy. There's comedy in it, there's drama. It's more a case of it just ticks all the boxes. Listen to some of the commentaries and some of the extra materials on DVD if you've got it on DVD or Blu-ray. It talks about how Buddhists, this is a very Buddhist way of looking at things, sort of evolving into something your spirit evolving through experience. It really is about how experience can change people and form them. And, experience is the fire that forges wisdom. Knowledge, then wisdom, then understanding. It just really works, this film. Okay, bye from me.
1,000 people freezing their butts off waiting to worship a rat.
Weatherman Phil Connors is spending the day in Puxatawney, Pennsylvania.
Phil? Ned! Ned Ryerson. I did the whistling belly button trick at the high school talent show.
Bing!
Bang!
But Phil's about to find out he's not just stuck in Puxatawney.
Will you be checking out today, Mr. Connors?
Chance of departure today, 100%.
He's stuck
It's Groundhog Day!
in Groundhog Day.
I'm reliving the same day over and over.
Phil?
Ned Ryerson?
Bang!
Do you ever have deja vu, Mrs. Lancaster?
I don't think so, but I could check with the kitchen.
Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again?
At first, he was a little anxious.
Phil? What?
Will you be checking out today, Mr. Connors?
I'd say the chance of departure is 80%.
But now,
We could do whatever we want.
he's discovering the possibilities
Don't you worry about cholesterol?
Why?
and living life like there's no tomorrow.
Phil Connors!
Ned!
Because there isn't.
I am an immortal. I have been stabbed, shot, burned, frozen, electrocuted. I'm a god.
You're God.
I'm a god. I'm not the god. He's out of his gourd.
But to get what his heart wants most
What are you looking for, Phil? A date for the weekend?
means living this day over again till he gets it right.
Believe it or not, I studied 19th century French poetry.
What a waste of time.
I studied 19th century French poetry.
La fille qui j'aimerais.
You speak French.
Oui.
Bill Murray, Andy McDowell,
To the groundhog.
I always drink to world peace. Well, what should we drink to?
I like to say a prayer and drink to world peace. Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry. He might be okay.
Life has a funny way of repeating.